Interesting facts.
How interesting. Welcome to Interesting Facts. I had this little Interesting Facts segment on a podcast that I created called Pick the Mind a long time ago before I had to move out of my house that I was renting. It was my parents' house, and they decided to sell the house, so I had to move out. Anyway, I figured why not bring Interesting Facts back? And this is about Subway. Why is Subway called Subway? Have you ever thought about that? Subway sandwiches? Why is it called Subway? The reason I thought of this is I was thinking about a subway. Like the trains underneath the ground. You go down and you get into a train called the subway. And sub means below. Sub. Way. You go down, which is sub. You get into a train, and then you go away. And I'm thinking, okay, that makes sense for a train, subway, sub meaning below. But why is, for a sandwich, why is Subway called Subway? For a sandwich shop. Why is sandwich shop Subway called Subway? Great question! And funny enough, it doesn't originally mean underground in the food sense. Why the restaurant got its name? Well, when it first opened in 1965, the shop was actually called Pete's Super Submarines. Okay, so Subway was called Pete's Super Submarines. I didn't know that, did you? Referring to submarine sandwiches. Submarine sandwiches. So I'm assuming people that were in the Navy or in the war or whatever, they're down in their submarines and they need sandwiches. So they need sandwiches. Pete's Super Submarines. They later changed the name to Pete's Subway because they wanted a short, catchy name that still sounded like sub. On the radio, Super Submarines was sometimes misheard and Subway was clearer. The word subway sounded fast, urban, and on the move, which fit the brand vibe. It's a subway, like a highway, subway highway. Sub sandwiches were their whole identity, so a name that hinted at sub worked perfectly. Eventually, they dropped Pete's. Remember, it was called Pete's Super Submarines at the start. Eventually, they dropped the word Pete's, and the chain just became Subway, with the slogan built around subs and not tunnels. Because, subway trains are in tunnels. Subway sandwiches is not. Subway sandwiches was Pete's Submarines. Pete's Super Submarines. So the real meaning of the shop is basically submarine sandwiches, way, and submarine sandwiches, which was Pete's Submarine Sandwiches. That's where sub came from. And way, fast, city-style, grab-and-go experience. So it's a Subway, which stemmed from the Pete's Submarine Sandwiches. See, I didn't know that. This is before the whole Jared Fogle thing. Jared Fogle and Subway is like, forget about Jared Fogle. You know what he did. If you don't know what he did, you can just Google Jared Fogle. He was the face of Subway. He was the guy that held up the 45-inch waist pants. He's like, I lost all this weight just because I ate Subway. Because I stopped eating cheeseburgers and I started eating Subway. So I lost all this weight because I ate Subway. Which is BS. I mean, Subway obviously is probably better than eating double cheeseburgers every day, but if you think about it, a Subway bread has a lot of sugar in it. So it's not even really bread. Like, Subway bread is almost considered a pastry because of how much sugar it has in it. So you might as well put, like, whatever you put on a Subway sandwich, you might as well have that with a donut as your bread. Like, donut, top, donut. A donut sandwich is basically that's how much sugar is in Subway's bread. So every time you eat Subway, you're eating a donut or two. Anyway, that's interesting facts about Subway and why Subway got its name, Subway. And I just looked it up because I was curious. I'm like, why is Subway called Subway? They sell sandwiches. Why is it called Subway? So I researched it, and that's what you got. It started as Pete's Underground Submarine Sandwiches or whatever. It's like, what? Oh, that's pretty cool. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you did, interesting facts. Peace out.